guys, what we got going on today? Well, we got the Ford 2000. We made a little purchase. Yeah, this kind of crappy, rough, beat up thing. But here's the deal: for the price we gave for this and the job it does cutting, the guy did show me cutting. So as good as it cuts, it's not something we want to throw to the scrapyard yet. But the price was just above scrapyard price, so I think we got a good deal. A lot of issues with this. As you guys can see, the deck, we'll go over that here in a second. I've already been working on this a little bit. This rear wheel back here was completely mangled, turned at almost a 180. You can see this tire here and see just how long he's been having it ride on that one side where it was all bent and cog logged up underneath there. But I threw a plasma table out last night, cut some brackets, made us a new fork. Put it all back in, and we will see how that works out. Should finally wear that wheel back down to where it's even, but may have to order a new wheel, not sure. All right, so the deck of this thing. So here's why I bought this. Bought this cheap on the good old Facebooks. Thought it was a good deal. Got there, it was a little rougher than I thought. The back wheel, you couldn't see it in the picture. It was kind of messed up, didn't know that. All the braces and stuff have been mistreated tremendously. But finding a bush hog on the old Facebooks, and Craigslist didn't have one here local, but finding one was a chore in itself. So the price he wanted for this one, I thought, you know what? It's got a brand new PTO shaft on it. That's $150 somewhere in the neighborhood. Checked the gearbox and everything. All the bearings seemed good in it. It was full of oil when I cracked the seal on it. Blades on it are fairly new, pretty close to new. And I think that's how this deck got messed up. They bent a blade on it, and that's what messed the deck up. But this is one of those cheap ones. I'm not even sure what brand it is. You guys know what brand that is right there? Let me know, because I have no idea. And I can't find an ID tag on it right now. But that being said, it was cheap enough, and I'm a good enough welder and fabricator, and I've got a nice looking CNC shop saber sitting right over there. We'll cut some panels and put on here and see what we can get done. Probably right now, I'm worried about two different things. I want to get the front fixed up here where it's breaking loose with the up here by the PTO shaft. As you guys can see that there where the blade got into it a little bit, looks like when he bent it. I'd like to get the deck straightened out a little bit up here, get this back top fixed, get that side over there kind of straightened up a little bit, and get this back corner fixed, and then get this deck fixed right here and get everything kind of squared away. So I'm not going to do a tremendous amount of this. I'll probably come back later, fix the sides, you know, come in here with a piece of angle and then come down with a plate, fix it all nice and new, and then fix the side running up through there. And probably run some angle on the bottom, make it look all nice and proper. But we're good enough welder and fabricator. I think this should be just kind of a walk in the cake, or walk in the park. But you never know what a piece of cake's going to taste like until you take that first bite. And we could be biting off more than we can chew, but I think they should be fairly simple. This is to just get in those rough locations down at the deer farm where we're doing some food plots or just some trail maintenance, stuff like that. So this bush hog is going to get the tar run out of it in some rough conditions. Are we going to bush hog a 100-acre field with it? No. We're going to do some trail maintenance, some four-wheeler trail maintenance. That's why we've got the little tractor and the small bush hog. The big man down at the farm has a 7-foot bush hog for his older tractor that he got rid of. It was too much for this little tractor. We tried it, give her a whirl, and she said that's a no-go. Did not like it whatsoever. So we're going to go with this one and see what happens. Hopefully we can get it welded up and make it look good. What do you guys think? All right, I'm going to get over here and cut some plates on the plasma table. I won't run you through the guys through the process, but we'll get some process and me getting them on here. See what happens. See what kind of finished product we turn out with. Heck, who knows? This slab will turn out crappy as the day is long. It's almost a brand new PTO shaft. And his big tractor got it up in the bottom of the bush hog. It's not bent, but it did mess up the guard. People are hard on stuff. I'm kind of one of those people. All right, let's get after it. Here's what we got. Got the plasma table squared away. Got over there, cut some 1/4-inch plate. We got 10 by 24.5 there. 10 by 24.5 there. 16 by 16 and 16 by 16 on that triangle over there. So Gonna do the top deck here, 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 and up there. Probably what I'm gonna do here, we're gonna have a little gap where everything's kind of not so squared away. We're gonna get everything as prim and proper as we can, but we're still gonna have a gap under there. Probably gonna take some angle, cut from about here to here, and just put right on top of it there. We'll weld on top, weld on this angle here. That should pretty well square that away and beef that up. We'll do that on both sides. Probably we'll end up doing it up front too, same way. So this is not a very good mower as far as the deck. It's got a good gearbox and everything in it, but the deck is just super thin, and I'm not sure how thick this thing was when it came out of the factory, but golly, a brand new one's absolutely nuts. And I wasn't going to spend that on a bunch of deer, but with a little bit of fabrication and a little bit of redneck ingenuity, I think we can make this one squared away, but we will see. So let me get everything kind of beat down here a little bit, maybe get a little time lapse of doing a little beating and a little banging, see what we can get squared away and straightened up, and then we'll see what we can get on here. Good old hot metalworking day. It could be worse. It's only like 85 in October, but you know, what the heck. All right, let me put y'all on time lapse here. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I know she ain't real pretty, but we'll tighten that gap up a little bit with a clamp. Cut that little bit of a corner off right there. She got just a little bit of gap up there, not too tremendously terrible. And she ain't real pretty right there. Probably clean that up just a touch. There's a piece of angle that runs out right here, and that's where that corner is right there. That's how it's divoted in. But probably gonna do a little bit of work, put a little more weld in the sides there, feather that out, and then I'll put the cold to it. Thought about doing some cuts and doing some plunge cuts here so I could weld that surface to this a little better, but this is just a temporary fix for right now. We'll see what happens. Really, in all honesty, what I'd like to do is redo this whole deck with 1/4 inch, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, ladies and gents, so we got a little Z-Dog action going on. We call this a Z-Dog, made out of 1/2 inch steel. We were just welded on. You can see the little tacks there we got welded on. Tack on one corner there, one corner there. And how this works is, this is just no trick found back in the day when we was working on barges and stuff. But what we'll do is we'll tack that joker in there just like so. Put a little weld on each side, and then we'll drive us a wedge or stick us a bar under here, and that'll pull this bush hog bottom up and push this down at the same time, and that will close up that big gap we got in there right now where we tacked our corner on over there. So let's get after it. I'll get her tacked up. We'll see what the gap looks like after I get done. What do you think? That's how the old Z-Dog works there. You can see why they call it a Z. Kind of resembles a Z in a way. But yeah, you just stick your bar right under there and then pry up on it. And it closed our gap right up. You guys see that right through there? Got it all nice and flush. Everything's looking good. Might have to do it out here on the outside, but probably not gonna have to worry about it too bad, I would say. So, and then it's easy. Just tack it on one side. Don't weld it on both sides. Break that joker right off. Don't touch it. It's hot. and come back with a grinder, dress your little tack welds up there. But yep, good and tight all the way across. It's the way we like it, good and tight. All right, let's get to welding, see what happens. All right, ladies and gents, here's how we're going to do the centerpiece here on this rear end. We're going to bring her over there. Going to have a little gap here. Fill all it up with weld. Gonna have a little bit of a gap over here on this side. Gonna fill it all up with weld right up against that good 1/4 inch angle. Then we've got a 1/4 inch angle down here. We'll weld along the bottom or the sides and put a good tack in the bottom. Might weld it solid, but not sure yet. But we'll get our clamp and clamp her down good and tight where everything's good. That should take care of that part. Then we'll square this situation away over here. Got some other things I got to do right now, and then I'm gonna jump back on here. I don't think I'm gonna get this done tonight, but I'd like to get that one and this one started, and I can finish up the front and this corner tomorrow. So hopefully everything goes as planned, but it rarely does. It rarely does. So, all right, I'll see y'all in a second. I don't know when I'll be back though. All right, I want you guys to look. So when that blade bent, you know, it cut all up there and then rubbed on the underside and pushed everything up. Go back and look at the video. How far in that side was pushed just by beating that radius out a little bit. How much that side has came back out. It's absolutely crazy. This bush hog gonna kind of shine up like a diamond. Well, I wouldn't quite go that far, but you know, hey, for the price I gave for it, it's fantastic. All right, so that looks like crap, yep, no problem. Thinner than a sheet of paper, I tell you what, it's crazy. But got some more crackers to fill, and we'll see what we can do. All right, so we didn't get as much done as we wanted. Here's where we left off. Got to finish doing a little welding there. I got to go back, fix that up just a little bit. At the corner tack, a few places. Got everything fairly well squared away on there. Got the gap filled up pretty tight. Probably move the clamp over here, tighten that up just a touch. And then that'll have that one. And I got 2 or 3 more welds to put on that one. That'll have it finished up. It's already dark. It's almost 9:30. I got a couple other things on the computer I got to do tonight. So tomorrow we'll fire back in on this project, see how far we get. I'm still amazed at that wheel. I mean, that's impressive to wear an angle on that wheel. I don't understand, but all right. I'll see y'all here in just a second, but it'll be tomorrow for me. Back after the next day, been making a little progress. Got this one here welded up. Got the crack back here welded up. Got everything beat down kind of smooth. Everything's fairly squared away. Looks like that blade caught the angle. This back angle right there. So left a little hole there, but we're gonna fill it with that plate right there, so that won't be too bad. So everything's kind of smoothed out there. Left this one last night. We got to get the Z-Dog on there, get this gap kind of squared away here, get it filled up, and then tack it down with the corner there. Not sure if I'm going to get to that plate before it's time to go, but we'll work on it. We'll see how far along we get. All right, let me get that plate put on here, get her tacked in, get some welding done on it, see how she looks after that. All right, got the old torch fired up. That one don't look near as bad. It's gonna get a plate on it later, but not this go around. This one here looks a little rough. This one, the blade caught that pretty good, sucked it in there. You can see her all mangled. It was all mangled up and bent under there. It was terrible, but you guys can see that because of the sun. But it's gonna get a plate on it later too, but I'm gonna dress her up pretty good. Gotta get some more welds on that center plate. Gotta get a couple more welds on this one here. I'm gonna see about working on that one, see what happens. We still got a little daylight, so we maybe get her done all the way. All right, ladies and gents, about to wrap this video up. There, we got her loaded down on the trailer, looking mighty spectacular. Yeah, to say the least. But got her all dolled up, got her fixed up. That way, if I'm backing into some tight spots, we're pretty good. Backing over some saplings or something like that, the rear end of this bush hog should hold up fairly well. Have noticed, just dragging it around the driveway and the yard and stuff, this wheel's got to go. It is not going to be up to snuff. Keep trying to lay over on that side, which I knew that was probably going to be the case. But I'm going to order another one off Amazon. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get this joker down to the farm. Get some bush hogging done. We'll work that situation out however we need to. I mean, I'm just going to drag her on down the road and see what happens. I mean, heck. Hey, don't y'all show DOT bare woodworking my straps and everything, because I mean, I should be okay. It's for farm use only, so we should be good. But yeah, for farm use only, so he shouldn't be mad at me that way. But that's gonna do the that's gonna be the wrap up on the bush hog, getting everything welded up. Wasn't too tremendous. Didn't do a bunch of good welding because, you know, it's just rusty and I'm just too lazy to stick the grinder on there and the wire wheel and clean everything up. You just gotta be good at welding on old rusty farm equipment sometimes, and it's good enough for me. We'll put it that way. So it'll get us by, and if it doesn't, you know what, we'll jump on the plasma table, cut some more plates out, throw on there, and see what happens. But later on down the road, we're probably going to try to redeck this whole bush hog. It's going to be a wintertime project. Deer season's right around the corner. Well, it's in right now, but you know, I got to get some bush hogging done down at the farm, or it ain't going to turn out good for me come deer season. So all right, guys, appreciate everybody watching. Y'all stay safe as always. Remember, work smarter, not harder. Hey, and hit that subscribe button down there for us if you don't mind. It helps us out tremendously. All right, see y'all later. We out.